It says thousands of Houstonians are sent to jail with no legal basis under DA Ogg, judges say. Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg's office filed criminal charges in more than 4,500 cases in 2022 that judges said lacked probable cause, the lowest burden of proof needed to detain and prosecute someone. Says this means prosecutors are sending more and more Houstonians to an overly overcrowded jail with no legal basis, sometimes causing them to lose income or even temporary access to their children, a Houston Chronicle investigation found. So earlier we were talking about the prison labor and the people getting lent out and going to the mansion, washing dishes and stuff. So, and then the guy made a comment about these people. Oh, well, you did the crime, you did the time. So, da 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 da. I don't feel sorry for you. Well, look right here. It's saying that these people are going to jail basically for no reason at all. Like these are innocent folks going to jail and working at the mansion. And it would it would benefit them. If the prison is making money off of people being there, they don't care if these people are guilty or not. They do not care. They need bodies to fill spots so they can send them to mansions and go wash dishes and stuff. You know what I mean? That's all they care about. So are these people guilty? I don't care if they're guilty. They got caught up in the damn system. That's what they did wrong. They got caught up in the system. So yeah, they got to pay. Basically, somebody's got to pay for their labor so I can make some money. That's what's going to happen. That's what it is. That's what the business is. That's what's going on here. So it benefits the prisons that these people come through and aren't even really guilty. So kickbacks, all kinds of corruption, shit happening, going through with related to police, judges, lawyers. Everybody's pockets getting lined to railroad people in. That's why most people take pleas. Most people don't go to trial. They try to talk you out of going to trial and scare you and say you're going to go to prison forever if you go to trial. Just take this plea. They don't have to have no evidence. They don't have to present no case. They don't have to prove your guilt. You just admitted guilt when you took that plea. And they talk you into it. And they sell it to you like it's the best thing for you to do. But now you're going to jail and you was innocent. You didn't even do nothing wrong. And now they're using you for free ass prison labor. It says Kelly Johnson, a district judge who presides over felony cases, said grand juries would not hear a case until days, weeks, or even months after a judge had rejected it for lack of probable cause. If a grand jury approves a case later, all that tells me is it was filed prematurely, she said. It says grand jury approves more felony charges rejected by judges. Prosecutors are successfully taking up more and more felony cases to the grand jury after judges rule that they lack probable cause. Yeah, it's like probable cause, schmobable cause. We don't need that. It says, and Harris County processes so many. I think it's Dallas County or something like that. Processes more, whatever. Like more people go through that system than like anywhere in the country. Like the way they got a machine in there. They arraign multiple people at the same time. Like they do all of the groups at the same time. Like they railroad people into the holding cells be packed. It says Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg office filed criminal charges in more than 4,500 cases in 2022 that judges said lacked probable cause, the lowest burden of proof needed to detain and prosecute someone. That's more than double the number of cases tossed in 2016, the year before Ogg took office. This means prosecutors are sending more and more Houstonians to an already overcrowded jail with no legal basis, sometimes causing them to lose income or even temporary access to their children, Houston Chronicle investigation found. The data brings fresh scrutiny to the way the county's top elected prosecutor, Democrat, is running her office as she faces a well-financed opponent in the upcoming primary election. It also draws attention to the rigor of an intake process that serves as the gateway to the judicial system for tens of thousands of Houston area residents. Yeah, no probable cause, just getting railroaded into the system. So yeah, Democrat. So yeah, the other post was pointing fingers at the Republicans. Here you go is an evidence of the Democrats doing this shady shit. Two wings, same bird. You know, one hand washes the other. One hand locks them up and railroads them to through the prison system, and the other hand makes money off of the freaking labor of these mostly innocent folks. There's no comments to this. Oh. It says the reason of the increase based on interviews with more than a dozen current and former DA staffs and criminal defense attorneys is a change that Ogg made to the intake unit soon after she took office. So she did something actively to lead to these results. And I bet you she got paid for it too. And I'm not talking about her salary. It says, on the flip side, we let hundreds of very violent repeat criminals back out on the streets with little or no bond. The Houston justice system needs to be investigated. See, I would agree. You know, it's you got innocent people getting locked up and you got guilty people getting let free. It's like the justice system is not just. Nobody really cares about innocence or guilt. How much money I can make out of this situation. It says, what about all the liberal judges that let out violent repeat offenders? Another one that says, keep electing Democrats, and this is what you get. Try something different. What is this comment about the liberal judges and repeat offenders? How does that fit into this situation what we're talking about here? It just threw me all the way off because I was thinking about it. How does that fit? Why did you make that comment? You just gonna throw that in there like randomly? We're talking about a Democrat right now. Like, what do you? Ugh. It says there is probable cause. Police don't arrest people for no reason. Democrat judge dismissed the charges because they are soft on crime. No, bro. Like, yes, people do get randomly arrested, bro. Like, innocent people get arrested all the time. Like, you really think that every time a police officer makes an arrest, it's as a result of somebody actually committing a crime? Like, come on, man. You got to be. You're smarter than that, Russell. It says PSYOP post Ogg doesn't prosecute at all. The F. Another one says LOL, and yes, she lets killers walk free again and again. It says, which one is it? Too many criminals or the DA offices accepting baseless cases? No, don't try to win over Democrats with something that has been going on. Y'all are just exposing because other people are experiencing this. They're accepting baseless cases. We don't have too many criminals. We got baseless cases. They're creating criminals because they have the prison industrial complex that needs to be fed. Must feed the machine. I'm hungry. Feed me. Feed me, Dior. Feed me. It says, isn't it the judge or jury who decides if people are found guilty or not? Yeah, it is. But they were talking about probable cause. There's a system that happens before they make it to the judge or the jury because you don't want the judge and the jury to be dealing with every fucking case when there's no probable cause to even give them a case. There's no case, buddy. Why would you want to put that in front of a judge and a jury? There's no case there. The judge is going to look at it and say, what are we doing here? The jury's going to be like, y'all don't have nothing to present for me. Can I go? Why do I have to be here? Come on, bro. You're smarter than that, Marcus. It says it seems to be a real issue here in our system. No one seems to believe in the truth or what is right or the facts that proves guilt. I guess no one wants to hear the truth, only what helps them look good. And I don't say this because I'm a criminal or have done anything wrong, however, I've seen it happen. Yeah, this is what I think. I think people don't care about the truth no more. That's why we have all of these conspiracy theories floating around, and they just call what they don't agree with fake news, which we do have fake news out there, but people call it fake news because they just don't want to believe it, no matter how much stats and information and facts actually are there to back it up. It doesn't go with their political ideology, so then it's fake news. What do y'all think? It says, and then y'all wonder why your kids get murdered by someone who got out of jail a million times. Okay. No probable cause is not these people that's getting out of jail a million times or whatever. Like, that's not what we're talking about here. Most of the people in prison are non-violent offenders. Yes, those violent people need to be locked up, but there's people that shouldn't be locked up. And right now, that's what we're talking about. It says no legal basis. Yes, I'm sure they're all innocent, all of them. I lived in the hood to know if you're in jail, the probability is extremely high you belong there. And before you piss in your panties, yes, some don't. Yeah, but you just said all of them. What did you say? It's extremely high that they all belong there. Yeah, even without no probable cause or no like evidence, nothing. Like you don't know that the system is railroading people with plea bargains and all kinds of shit. You don't get it. It's a simple world that you live in. Criminals bad, go to jail. Justice system works. You know. I wish I was that naive. I'd probably sleep better at night. It says progressives lies. Houston crime is worse than ever since the Soros DA and soft on crime judges like Hidalgo keep a revolving door of criminals. And of course, you would think that, Houston crime is worse than ever if you're watching the news. But then you got people that come out with data to show that the crime has gone down, violent crime especially, and petty crimes have gone down. And you got information to cover that. But when you watch the news and every night they're just showing some criminals doing crime stuff, and then you're like, oh, it's a freaking crime epidemic going on here in Houston. That's not true. The data disputes that. But again, you're gonna say it's fake news. I could look it up right now and show you the data, and you're gonna say it's fake news. So I'm not gonna take the time to prove to you something that you're not gonna believe, regardless of what I show to you. Because you could look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. It's like the data is there. What were the rates last year? What was the rates the year before? What was the rates year before that? You can look that shit up. It'll show the data. Number of arrests, number of violent crime arrests, number of petty crime arrests. All this stuff is documented. You're not going to care to look it up because you know crime is up because you saw a robbery or something. Like your personal anecdote was enough for you to feel like crime is up. I didn't get robbed in 2021, but I got robbed in 2023. So crime is up.
Houthis have threatened to